The assist.
He drops yet
Carlson.
another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist total, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Sensabaugh. He's coming off a 13-point game against Portland.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
Here's Newton. Utah with another miss. Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's Speedy. Offline with a 3. Outside, Williams. Looking to win the run. It's rebounded by Carlson. Carlson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Speedy.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's Brown. To the paint. Here's Speedy. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Assisted. Brown.
Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And Utah calls time here. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with the victory.
They beat this team last time.
And the first half comes to an end.
The Jazz, 45. The Lakers, 48.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Jazz trail by 3. And so in the game for Los Angeles, they've got Luka Doncic. And it's Speedy in as a 2-guard. Sexton passes to Siakam. Rejected by Brown. Here's Speedy. And a foul call on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
His first personal foul.
Sexton.
Everyone in the building saw the
At the
obvious
line of the
contact.
Lakers.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so Sexton will bring it up for Utah. It's a 5-point game. And the basket by Brown.
Excellent tempo on the play, and he leads his teammate perfectly.
Utah's gone 6 of 8 from the 3-point line in this matchup. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis says, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Sexton misses. Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's Speedy. And Porzingis with the block.
Hey, with that length, Porzingis is always a threat to block shots. I mean, he matches that length with really good energy and awareness. He can be a good defender.
There's the 3. Doncic grabs the miss.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
Jazz foul. Sends him off. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
That one misses.
Shooting for Los Angeles. Carlson. Taking 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Clark, when you watch Luka Doncic play, how is he able to just control the games like he does?
He's a savant. That's all I can say. He's way ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since he was 13 or 14 years old. There's nobody else in the NBA that's going to pull that, I don't think. So, unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny, underrated strength.
Number
His
21.
vision,
Assist
his
goes
pace,
to
all
Luka
of that
Doncic.
what allows him to really not ever be sped up or out of control.
Brown against Siakam. Outside Sexton. Pass to Newton. From outside the arc. And another miss by Utah.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Now here's Sexton. Tipped. And they get it back.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Porzingis punishing inside.
Inside, Porzingis has a lot of advantages. He's stronger than he looks. We know how tall he is, north of 7 feet, and he's got a super soft touch.
That's a nice shot by Speedy.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
Here's Newton, guarded by Doncic. Outside Porzingis. Here's Sensabaugh. Still without a bucket. Launches a 3. And it's Koloko with a rebound. The Lakers lead by 9. Here's Speedy. That one falls. Great
Timeout. And what's working here?
Utah.
Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And Utah calls time here. One constant in the NBA, Clark, the constant movement of players.
Yeah, I think you've got to try to look at the positive side of that, the freedom that players have to play where they choose to play in many cases. I think that's the right of any employee to be able to go where they feel they can best optimize their individual team situations. I think it allows teams to rebuild on the fly and get competitive more quickly. And I like that aspect of it. I don't like to see it overwhelming a season, but I do like the fact that players have that option, and that's free.
That's about as good a job you can do as a defender. Affect the shot and grab and secure the rebound.
2 minutes.
Here's Speedy. He's got 25. Gets the 3 ball to go.
3 points.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
They're very fresh, but also at the defensive end, how about the way they've been able to deny shot opportunities? Just tearing the opposition up in terms of denials.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Collier. And that time also a missed shot.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
That's a pure effort play. Nice tip in.
And that's a skill you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
The
Definitely.
Jazz
You're
with
not
the
going to
timeout.
make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
And Utah calls time here.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, you know, they have to do something,
It's your
anything
Utah
to stop
Jazz
this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Substitution on the court.
Inside. Newton can't get it to go. The Lakers lead by 16. We've got Kristaps Porzingis. Andrew Nembhard is out there with Colin Sexton. Then there's George. And it's
Number
Newton at the
21.
shooting guard position.
Assisted
That's the
by
5 on the floor for the
Simpson.
Jazz.
Well, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Watch him.
Here's Sexton. It's tipped. And they're on the run. Here's Speedy. And he got the
Utah
whistle on
foul.
the way up. So he'll
Newton.
be headed to the line
That's
for
his
a pair.
first personal foul.
2
First
shots.
Team foul.
He makes a first. Pascal
Shooting for
Siakam, he's
Los
checked in for
Angeles.
Sexton. Brown,
Number
he's checked in for
21.
Los Angeles. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Here's George. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Simpson. Newton pulls it in. Newton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Nembhard left side. And the call
Utah
is going to
foul.
be yes. on an illegal screen.
Third
Well, the
personal
league
foul.
has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And they
Number
pick up 2.
21.
Speedy's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. Hauled in by Brown.
I'll tell you what, they rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a
Number
great game.
21.
Strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Newton to the middle. Here's Porzingis. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
Lights out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Here's Newton. Here's Siakam. Misses from short range. The Lakers lead by 21. Down low. Speedy. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Speedy's got 37.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
More and more, we're seeing international players
That's
come
his
into the
first
league
personal
who
foul.
are NBA ready,
Team
Graham.
foul.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
From downtown.
They're trying to chip away at that lead, but their decreased output from the perimeter this half is making it difficult.
Come to me, come to me.
Lets the 3 fly. Utah grabs the miss. Siakam's got rebound number 7 tonight. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to Simpson. Right wing. Here's Speedy. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Speedy's got 39.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Newton.
Two minutes remaining
wing.
in the game. 2 minutes.
They get it back.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Siakam against Brown. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 points.
Protecting the
21.
rim well. Love the hustle.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Utah has gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. Pass to Nembhard. Now here's Porzingis. Here's Newton. George for 3. And another miss by Utah.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Lakers.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And this victory will put them at 36 wins on the year.
And they've now won themselves a 2-1 advantage in this season series. We'll see if it's the same story when these two meet one last time.
You know, no matter what happens next time they meet, I think this was the biggest game they'll play against each other this season. Getting that 2-1 advantage means so much.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Speedy.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score.
Los
Rightly
Angeles
so.
foul.
And even from where we're sitting,
That's
you
his
can clearly
first
tell it
personal
was a
foul.
foul.
Fourth team.
And So it's the Lakers easily grabbing this
That's
one.
the end of the
To
game.
walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance
Fans,
like that,
thanks for
that
coming
says a
out
lot
to cheer
about
on
this
your
squad.
team.
They
Please
really
exit
came
the
in
building
looking
carefully,
confident.
and we'll
It
see
didn't
you
let
next time.
anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.